Watch what Jones is doing. Very aggressive.
DeRozan, the orchestrator of the pick and roll there, and he shoots in the paint and scores.
I heard AJ call him the best paint scorer in the league.
That's the knee he grabbed immediately. It's just unfathomable, all the injuries that these. Oh, he
recognizes what's happening here.
That gives you chills.
It does. Who's that guy?
He is.
With 2:35 left in the first quarter, he goes to the line and barely able to put any weight and pressure on his left leg. Travel. Green on Lowry. Lowry gets past, falls down, lost the ball. Thompson running the floor, and a foul. And Thompson grabs his left knee. Now what?
Well, that wasn't a dirty play by Daniel Green.
Everybody for the Warriors in the franchise there in the stands holding their breath. Klay Thompson obviously. Klay Thompson was headed back to the locker room, but then turned around and lit back out on the floor, and it's what Jeff, you said. On a personal foul, here's the wrestler. And he hits the free throw.
To go back and play zone.
To me, I'm committing the foul. But Klay Thompson looked like he can actually survive on the floor right now.
He's staying in the game.
4-6, then they'll 0 for 6. As he has it, spinning with trouble. Oh, and he's limping. He's hurt. Kobe's hurt. And I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. This might. Ryan again going to work. Falls down. Yeah, he's struggling. He's going to stay down there for a bit. But the Lakers down by 2, and they want him and need him at the free throw line. Got it. Not backpedaling or whatever you have to do to get to the other end. If in fact he gets to the other end before a foul, made him. Lakers might foul. They might foul to get him out of the game. They have to. Yeah. Kobe's coming out.
Yeah, I mean that's the Achilles. I shouldn't say that. That's a foot injury.
Yeah. So Kobe Bryant cannot continue.
Hello, hola, turubem, konnichiwa. What it do? Thank you for listening to the J-Boy Sports Podcast today. And I have to say, today is a sad day because we watched what happened to the brother Kyrie Irving yesterday. And it makes you so sad and sick to your stomach. And it really is something that you truly, truly hate to see. And it happens more than we even can remember. But I found myself watching that clip. I saw myself watching this thinking to myself, like, man, why does that happen? You know, one play, you're going to the basket, you're making your move, and then boom, something crazy that is seemingly out of your control. And Kyrie goes down. But then something else happened that confused me for a second. And I thought to myself, what's happening here, right? He's clearly in a lot of pain. This is not one of those injuries where it's he can walk this off. He looks pained. Gets up. His teammates are all around him. Looks like they're going to try and take him back to the locker room. He pivots that. I need to go take these free throws. And you sit there and you're watching it and you're like, this man's ACL is torn. What is he doing? Where is he? Why? And then you remember, where have I seen this before? And you remember where you saw it. You saw it from somebody equally as dedicated and as determined and focused as Kyrie Irving. Before Kyrie Irving, you saw it from someone else that was extremely dedicated, who is also a champion, who is also on his team currently, and Klay Thompson. But the first person that you saw that was extremely dedicated and focused was Kobe Bryant. What you saw from Kyrie Irving is what you've seen from Klay Thompson and what you've seen from Kobe Bean Bryant. It gives me hope that the NBA is not done yet, that there are influences of players that held a standard of toughness and dedication to the game. They're still alive and well. I remember watching Kobe tear his Achilles, and I don't know who felt worse, me or him. It was a crazy season, pushed all the way up and through, pulled us out the gutter as a Laker fan, was on a straight tear. And in the middle of the final moments of his season, just tears his Achilles. But he doesn't walk off. He goes to the free throw line just in case he can return to the game. Klay Thompson goes up for a dunk, gets fouled, lands awkwardly, gets up. After a long period of time, they walk him to the back. He walks back out. He shoots his free throws. Job not finished. He shoots those free throws for himself. He shoots it for his teammates. He shoots it for the fans. Kyrie Irving, the most recent victim of an unfortunate event, falls seemingly for no reason. Can't walk. His looks more painful than theirs. He just can't even walk. They pick him up. Looks like they're going to take him out. He says, no, I need to shoot my free throws. Shoots him, makes both. Not one person on the court, on the other team, moves. They throw the ball in and they all stop. And I got to tell you, watching it almost makes me emotional. They all stopped. They all respected it. They remember what it's like to play through adversity, to be tough, to fight, to not give up for yourself, for your teammates, for the fans. Some of them remember us. Some of them still care about us. You put that in perspective with all the stuff that's been going on with the Dallas Mavericks organization. They've been in straight shambles. They gave away Luka Doncic, and I won't say gave because I actually do believe Anthony Davis is a great player. Is he as good as Luka? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens with the Lakers this year. They're playing very well right now. I was of the belief that when they got Anthony Davis back, this is a championship contender. But now Kyrie goes down. Those fans were already mad that they gave away Luka Doncic. They were incensed. They had to pull extra security for Nico Harris, the GM. That's how mad they were. I got friends that are Dallas Mavericks fans. They're livid. They're taking people out of the stadium because of death threats on that guy and things of that nature. They're that mad. But in the midst of all that, Kyrie Irving goes down. They all stand up. Every single one of them. They all stand up. The players all stand up. They let him shoot his free throws, and they stay standing. And they chant MVP. Listen, to some of you, this may not mean anything. You may not get it. You may not understand it. But respect is earned. It's earned by you being a gladiator in times of distress, fighting, honoring those before you, respecting fans, respecting the game, giving it everything you've got. Everything's not going to be perfect. Everything's not always going to go well. But you get up, you brush yourself off, and you take those free throws. And every single one of those fans was up on top of their feet, cheering, chanting MVP. Because Kyrie Irving earned that. He earned their respect. It wasn't given to him. He earned it. I almost don't want to say the words Mamba mentality because I don't want to take away from the brilliance of Kyrie, from the brilliance of Clay when they went through what they went through, and Kyrie's still going through it now. But those men in their own right are tough and strong. But that's why you need good mentors. That's why you need somebody to set a standard that you can follow, that will lead you to the right things, that will lead you to greatness the right way. Everything is not always in need to be progressive. Everything doesn't have to be progressed. I know that's a word that runs out. Progress. We need to progress. We need to progress. Not everything needs to be progressed. Sometimes you look at the people in front of you, your elders, the people that paved the way for you, and you take things from them and you do your best to improve upon it, even if you can't. You show that same toughness, that same grit, that same lack of wanting to quit. The inspiration that Kyrie Irving just gave his teammates is unparalleled. I don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the season. Maybe they don't win another game. But he's all in. The emotions, the passion that you feel, that I felt from watching it. I'm not a Dallas Mavericks fan. I felt that. I've seen this before. In an era where players are doing everything they can to sit out, my toenail hurts. My son broke a crayon on my foot. Now I'm sore. I can't go out there anymore. Other players capping for them and their fake injuries at times. And you know what? It's strong to say fake because maybe they are injured. And I'm pretty sure they are. But you get paid money to play through these things. There was no extra money for Kyrie going out there and taking those free throws. Klay Thompson didn't get an extra dime on his contract. Kobe Bryant didn't gain an extra fan when he did that. Well, actually, I'm lying. He didn't gain an extra dollar. But I bet you he did gain an extra fan. We want to see warriors. We want to see people that are strong. Stronger than us in some ways. That give us hope that when we face things that we face in our lives, that we will fight through them, that we won't give up. When you lose your job and you've got a family, you cry to get up and keep going, to keep searching for the next opportunity. You don't fall out on the floor like a toddler and complain and moan and quit. You don't sit out and leave it up to somebody else to do your job. You get up. You fight. Let's listen to what Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving have to say.
Kobe was one of the most intelligent athletes to ever grace this earth, and he was the ultimate competitor. And my memories of Kobe are very fond, especially growing up in Southern California, for high school at least, and getting to see him, especially going with my dad. That's actually funny because that's the first thing I told Luka when we met. I was like, man, I knew you were going to be special because he brought Kobe out of the house to go watch him play. And Kobe doesn't just give that love to those who don't earn it. So that was a cool moment because it was cool to see him retirement, give Luka that love. And I think about him and Gigi, I mean, every day. Ask anybody who was born around the time I was, and he was like our Michael Jordan. His style of play and his influence on the game on a global scale is something that is probably only second to Michael's. So it's still crazy to think he's not here, and I could go on and on about him because he's meant so much to my basketball journey.
How to handle this situation and just carrying yourself, being that leader in the locker room and that veteran presence that you've been, and just the positivity that you've had in Dallas.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone in here has ever lost a mentor or lost someone that's a little bit older than them that meant something to them. Even if you guys didn't talk every day, there was still that connection that they were always going to be there for you. And it wasn't just him, it was his family as well. They supported me unconditionally, and I miss him every single day, just alongside the rest of the world and all the Kobe supporters around the world, because he held such a big presence, and he knew what his power was. He knew what his superpowers were, and they weren't on the court all the time. They were his ability to approach life and how he inspired you to continue to do extra even when you got tired. And I think his life lessons transcended basketball or any sport or any entertainment business. It really helped and spark the new brains for this next generation to carry the torch. And that's what I felt like he was teaching me, was to be able to carry the torch and also know how to pass it along. Obviously along that journey, he's won a few championships that I'm still enamored with, still chasing to a certain degree. I do want to be able to sit at that table to say that I have multiple championships and I'm a multiple champion in the best league in the world. But I think in the small dose of truth, he always reminds me to enjoy the journey. The journey is the reward, and put it in perspective. There are billions of people that are going to love you. There are billions of people that are not going to love you.
And so from these little blips here, you got to hear Klay Thompson and Kyrie Irving discuss Kobe Bryant. And, the impression that he left on them. I noted a few quick things. Klay Thompson said that he was the most intelligent athlete, I think, ever, right? Most intelligent. When you think about influencing people to be smart, right? Isn't that what we want people to do? Influence people to be smart. He said most intelligent. He said that he was the ultimate competitor, right? The ultimate competitor. He's respected as the ultimate competitor on a global scale. His influence was second to maybe only Michael Jordan in the game of basketball. That's what Klay Thompson said. And that Klay, nothing was better than him getting to watch Kobe with his dad, who was also an NBA player. Similar to Kobe Bryant, Klay probably was a little better than his dad in his prime. Kobe was a lot better than Jelly Bean, no offense, and RIP to Jelly Bean too. I know he passed as well recently. So there's a lot of similarities there, but the things that he highlighted, and he also said I could go on, so he could continue, right? Kyrie mentioned that he inspired me to do extra even when I was tired, right? Both of these men went to the free throw line with torn ACLs. They didn't just walk away. They did more than was asked. Nobody had to pay them to walk to the free throw line. right? To give effort. He also said that Kobe, he transcended sports. How he moved and thought and encouraged people to think and inspired people transcended sports. And we know this, right? Because people talk about the Mamba mentality. Other athletes outside of basketball talk about the Mamba mentality. Everybody talks about the Mamba mentality. He also mentioned carrying the torch and passing it along to others. Before Kobe died, look at his influences around the league. He touched people like Kyrie and Clay, obviously. SGA out in OKC. I think they have the second best record in the league. But the last 2 years, they've had the best record in the West. Jason Tatum, champion last year. One of the best teams in the league for the past however many years. They're always at the top. Influenced heavily by Kobe Bryant. Giannis, Kawhi. The list kind of continues. Jamal Murray. A lot of these guys are champions. Is that a coincidence? Another thing that he said that really stood out is that he held a big presence. He said Kobe Bryant held a big presence. A big presence. What does that mean? Well, that means when he's around, people listen. Things stop. There's a level of focus that's needed when Kobe Bryant is around. And he said billions will love you and billions will not. And why does that matter? Because Kyrie went through some pretty messed up stuff recently. Not too long ago. Everybody tried to write him off. I'm not going to go deep into it on here. I don't think it's necessary to keep bringing up the past as far as the details of it when it's such a ridiculously tragic misrepresentation of a person. But now you see him on ESPN. I just watched a video on ESPN with him on it and him addressing his fans, being thankful. Another thing that Kobe Bryant made time to do. And, you know, really put it in perspective. He knows that everybody's not going to love him, but he still has a smile on his face. Remind you of anybody? The Mamba, when he was going through some of the cases that he was going through? Remind you of when Gayle King tried to bring up his allegation in his death with his daughter and thought that that was the right thing to do because she couldn't let it go, right? But if Kobe was alive, he probably would have laughed and smiled. Which it seems like that's what he did when people didn't like him. He channeled that into the Black Mamba and decided to be more aggressive on the court, more focused, more dangerous. And it seems like he passed that on to these guys, man. And so this video is a tribute to Kyrie Irving and his toughness. It's a tribute to Klay Thompson and the toughness that he's shown with the difficulties he's gone through. And it's a tribute to Kobe Bryant that your influence has led to creating some strong men that will help to create other strong men as time goes on. Because there's times where I've lost hope for the NBA, where I don't believe in it anymore. Where what I grew up watching, the passion, the love, the attention to detail, the focus, just doesn't seem like it's there. And it doesn't seem like the players care. But there are some guys that care. You have Kyrie. You have Clay. You have SGA. You have Tatum. There are some people that still care about playing basketball, respecting their fans, and giving it their best efforts every night on the court. Among the people I just named, when do you see them ever load managing? When do you ever see them disrespecting the fans? Again, all the stuff that happened in Dallas, the Mavericks still went out of their way to respect Kyrie Irving and his effort. So I just want everybody to think about that when you're watching this video. The influence of Kobe Bryant is still here. It's still spread throughout small pockets of the league. And these are the people that you need to be supporting. These are the people that you need to be giving your attention to. Even if they're not on your favorite team, even if they're not your favorite player, just know that the game is in better hands when these people are the ones that are highlighted. Because they care about you as a fan. They want to put on a show for you. And for themselves. Don't get it twisted. It's not for them either. Kobe Bryant didn't just do things for himself. I mean, for us, for his fans. But he also did a lot for you. He tried to show you a better way. He tried to show you that you can triumph. It was for him, but it was also for you. And when I saw Kyrie get up, almost brought tears to my eyes, man. Because I said, I've seen this before. I've seen this level of determination. And I respect it. And I hope that in all the trials and tribulations in my own life, that I can get up when things are not going the way that they're supposed to. All over, people are going through different things. Sickness, depressions, losing jobs, losing loved ones. None of us are exempt. But when you see things like this, I know it's just sports, but it's more than that. Sports will always be a microcosm of life. You want to see people defy the odds, fight back, not quit, do more than what is expected. And that used to be what mattered. And not just in sports, but in society. We need to fight for that. All of us in our everyday lives. And we need to make sure that when we're trying to support somebody in a game that we love or in anything that we love, we support the right types of people. Kyrie is the right type of person to support. Klay Thompson is the right type of person to support. Kobe Bryant was the right type of person to support. They were giving you something and you were giving them something as a fan that appreciated it. And you still can. So with that said, we're going to wrap this video up. Kobe Bryant's influence is still alive. But also these players are creating their own Mamba mentality. They're their own men. They have to go through their own struggles. And so do we. We can create our own Mamba mentalities. We can fight our own demons. We can rise above and be better while still respecting other people and staying humble. So please like, share, and subscribe this video, as well as my others. Please feel free to comment, share with your friends. This has been another episode of the J-Boy Sports Podcast. Keep hope alive. Keep fighting for what's right. Much love.
That somehow you never get over leaving